Thank you so much, Allen. To start off this in-depth presentation of Anvaya, let me turn you over now to RT.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm here to discuss the location, how to get to Anvaya Cove. Next slide, please. Yeah, so these are just the the Anvaya Cove views and golf course. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah. So here, actually, to get to Anvaya Cove, it's a very short drive. It's not too far. It will take you around 2 hours to 2.5 hours. We have improvised some of our infrastructure to make it easier for everybody to access the north. So next slide, please. So currently, we have the NLEX SLEX connector, which has shortened the travel time from instead of taking you 1 hour, to reach NLEX. Now it will just take you 20 minutes to reach NLEX from Manila. And there are additional infrastructures as well. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this is the road getting to Anvaya Cove. From NLEX, there's a connection to SETEX via Subic exit. Then you have to take the Subic-Tipo Expressway, the Maritime Highway, the Argonaut Highway, and then Corridor Road, and then the SNBMA Morong Road. So actually, if you type it on Waze, it will easily guide you getting to Anvaya Cove. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this is what I was saying earlier. There's the NLEX SLEX connector road, which has already been completed. So from Manila to NLEX, it's very easy. Next slide, please. So this is an additional infrastructure coming up. This is the Bulacan Airport. There's currently a 735 billion budget for this, which is going to be built by San Miguel. So this will be an international airport, which will make it very attractive for business and for travelers. Next slide, please. This one, the third infrastructure you can see here is the Malolos-Clark Railway Project. So this is around 53 kilometers to be targeted to be completed by 2025. Actually, this is part of a 163 kilometer railway project, which will be connecting Tutuban, all the way from Tutuban up to the Clark city. Clark, as you all know, is where another international airport is. So this will be connected to that international airport. Yeah, so that will be the additional infrastructure. And then next slide, please. Here, you can see there's a Clark International Airport expansion. So there will be an additional Terminal 2, which will be around 82,000 square meters, and there will be 8 million passengers. It will have a capacity for 8 million passengers. So actually, Clark is a very interesting international airport site. Like flights are also cheaper if you want to take business class. It's at a much discounted rate. And of course, the Clark International Airport will also be where connecting to the new Clark City, which is targeted to be the most sustainable and master plan city. Next slide, please. So Here you can see there's a Subic Freeport Expressway expansion. This is actually currently open already since last year. So they added 2 additional lanes going and coming. So to ease up the congestion or any type of traffic in that area. Next slide, please. Yeah, and next slide. Yeah, so here you can see 3 images. On the left, you have the Clark International Airport expansion. In the middle, you have the new Clark City, which is going to be in phases. You know, the way they're going to build this city is in phases. And this will also have, the Clark City will also have one of the largest parks, around 44-hectare park. And this is targeted to be a very sustainable city, mixing business, commercial, education, lifestyle city. And then on the most right, you have the Subic Freeport Zone. So this will be very good for trading and business. Next slide, please. Yeah, so I just go next slide. New Park City. Next slide. Subic. Next slide. Yeah. So basically, this is your road going to Morong Bataan. I hope everybody tries to make a trip and enjoy this beautiful site where mountain and sea meets the land. Next slide, please. Yeah. So I shall turn you over to the next presenter.
Thank you, Artie. Hi everyone, this is Faith Togonon, and now let me take you inside Anvaya Cove. So this is the first leisure project of Ayala Land located in Morong, Bataan. So it offers both beach and nature club membership and also golf and sports club membership. So far, this is a total of 620 hectares of residential community, and currently it's still expanding as of now. And for the neighborhoods, we have launched already a total of 14 neighborhoods. That's from residential townhouses to condominiums up until residential lots. Next slide, please. So this is your view if you are coming from the aerial view of Anvaya Cove. So on your right side would be the view for the Silangin mountain range, and then on the left side would mostly be the further development of Anvaya Cove. Now, if you go straight ahead, that would be the part for the beach and nature club, and then you can already see also on the right side the golf and sports club. So overall, there are the villages that are already existing in the area. And right now, we have existing community as well, or who are using already the properties in the area. Next slide, please. So this one, as you can see, we have existing coves already. So currently, Beach and Nature Club is located in Ilinian Cove. And then we have a new cove, which is the Buin Cove. And then on the rightmost side, we have another bay, which is the Binanga Bay, which is, I think, not yet launched. So for me, for you to enjoy the place, of course, there are various of activities you can enjoy under Beach and Nature Club. So for the Beach and Nature Club, you have there of course, the main pavilion, which offers, different restaurants or activities that you can enjoy inside the development. And second, I think this is a popular spot in Anvaya Cove if you visit, the pool and beach area, of course. And then we have the Veda Spa if you wanted, just to relax with your family. And then you have Casitas, which is under Ayala Land, if you wanted to stay like 2 or 3 days in Anvaya Cove for you to fully enjoy the place. And then last would be more of great lawn and lagoons. Next slide, please. Here, as you can see, there's also the golf area. So that's actually a championship golf course, all weather, that you can enjoy with your friends or with your business partners. And then aside from that, we have also the golf and sports club. So if you're under the golf club membership, you can have this additional activities for the golf club. So that would be including the Pawikan Bar and Café, active pool complex, fitness center, game center, and multi-purpose courts. So this one you can only enjoy if you're a golf club member, but for the beach and club membership, you can only enjoy, let's say, the commercial areas or the restaurants near the beach. So this is like a premium if you're a golf club member. Next slide, please. So these are the existing communities, as I've mentioned earlier. Next slide, please. And then this would be the fairway area, or the fairway crest, where they offer the view of the golf or the fairway. Next slide, please. And then one of the highlights for Anvaya Cove would, of course, be the view, which has the view of mountain and then the sea. Next slide, please. And then, of course, if you like to experience this one, releasing of baby pawikans, I think they do this during summers. So if you would want to visit and experience this one, then I think they have last week for this activity. Next slide, please. Okay, next slide, please. So as you can see, we are really highlighting living with nature. So everything is still is in its natural state, and then you can really fully enjoy the environment as well. Next slide, please. Yeah, okay. Next slide. And then this would be the main pavilion, or the welcome area, once you get inside Anvaya Cove. So once you go in, go straight forward, that's where the pool area would be. And then the beach, of course. Next slide, please. And then we also have tree planting activities for us to give back also to the nature. Next slide, please. And then here, some of our water activities. So if you really love the beach, then Anvaya Cove will be the perfect place for you. Next slide, please. Yeah. Okay. And now I will turn over to the next speaker for the master plan of Anvaya Cove. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. Actually, what I'll be doing now is discussing more or less one of the main club amenities in Vico. So just to give you an idea, there's actually three. There's the Beach and Nature Club, the golf club, and then the sports club. So what I'll be going to detail right now is, I think this is the club that captures majority of what Anvaya really is. So it's actually the Beach and Nature Club. Next slide. So yeah, so this basically captures the essence of Anvaya Cove, and I think this is more of the area of which is the most, where majority of time will be spent with, well, together with families now. So there's a lot of things to do here, and of course it's listed in here more or less of what we have, and I'll be going to detail what the features of each of these amenities are inside the Beach Nature Club. Next. So of course, one of the main highlights of the Beach Nature Club is, of course, the pool complex. It's around 1,200 square feet. So I've actually been to the area, and even if at maximum capacity, it's still more than enough to actually be enjoyable. So it's not like other areas where it's too cramped. So it's pretty generous in sizes, and there's a lot of areas where kids can actually just play around, especially the really shallow pools. And then, of course, you have the bigger ones for the adults. Next slide. There, actually, these are the shallow pools that I mentioned. Next slide. So yeah, this is more or less an overview of the entire pool complex. And then you'll see some parts here, yung the receiving area, and then next slide. Of course, what's the beach and nature club without the actual beach? So it's a 3.5-kilometer coastline. It's a private cove. You notice that it's actually enclosed, so it's very private. So it's not like some random cove where you see random boats passing by. So it's very private, very exclusive. And the whole coastline is actually belongs to Anvaya. And apart from the water activities, no, you have water sports which includes yung mga I think some boat yata ba yun, or I forgot the ano eh. But syempre, I think there's also wakeboarding. I don't know if there's wakeboarding, but they have it. Next slide. Of course, syempre, what would be the Anvaya experience without the spa? So a lot of, especially mga women look forward to this, especially to relax. And especially we have mga private areas where you're actually facing the ocean. So we really soak in the experience of the whole Anvaya Cove with views as well. Also, next. Yeah, this is what I was mentioning. So you can have this room here, the doors here, you can actually open up to the ocean. So again, no, it's really to maximize the whole experience inside the Anvaya Cove. Next. Syempre, what's a resort experience if you don't have good food, diba? So one of my favorites personally, I like the Bamboo Cafe because it always has buffet options. So I think every weekend and they have every Friday buffet option. So every Sunday, Sunday weekends naman more or less, and especially holidays, they always have this buffet option. So that's something to look forward to, especially if you're in the area. And it's one of the reasons why it's also a very sustainable development. So everything you can think of, any culinary experience, you can also find here. So Bamboo Cafe tends to have more of these comfort food options, and in buffet. Next. Yeah, there. More of the Bamboo Cafe next. Tower bar. Syempre, kulang the experience. We don't get to have a few drinks by the poolside, diba? So the tower bar basically caters to that kind of experience. And if you go to the highest floor here's a tower, you also have basically a bird's eye view of the coastline ng Anvaya, the 3.5-kilometer coastline. It's perfect for having those views from sunset, of course, and yeah, basically the beach. Next. In the Pawikan, they serve Pawikans here. Just joking lang. And they call it the Pawikan Bar Grille. So if you're really into mga ihaw or grilled stuff, I also like this place because it's about the jokes on the Pawikan. I know I was joking, but basically this one kasi has grilled foods. Basically as in this bar and grill. So beachside ihaw, typical what you've seen sa mga Filipino restaurants, mga inasal like that. So it's another dining option. Again, the Beach and Nature Club tries to hit to every market and every more or less preference you have. No? So again, it builds to that overall sustainability of the development. That's why we actually have full-time residents there. Because everything is pretty much there. So you have different dining options. Next slide. Nature Camp. I've actually never tried this now, but I've never been there also. But I hear now the zip line is pretty good, no? So if you're in the type na who's into trekking, going to morning strolls sa parang wooded area. Me personally, I'm not into that. No? This is actually perfect for you. Again, I just wanted to let you guys to just reiterate again. No? We're catering to different kinds of lifestyles with this kind of amenity. Yes. Yeah, so you also have this parang wall climbing and also. If you're into that, then this is good for you. Next. So yeah, this is the casita. So so there are members who actually we actually initially also offered shares wherein you didn't really require property to actually get into the development. So we sold membership shares. They're not anymore available now because now you have to purchase property and then with the share also. But for those who don't have any property, or let's say you just bought a lot, you don't know where to stay, so the casitas are a perfect option. On top of the sea breeze verandas now where you could stay. Next. And of course, one of the main highlights, coastline. So you really soak in the whole experience also with these kinds of views. No? Next. So Well, this is pretty much updated now. So I'm guessing there's actually probably more, given yung take up namin ng inventory lately. But yeah, that's pretty much the number of members we have right now. Next. So the next slide. So I'm gonna turn you over to Nikki, who's an avid golfer herself. So she'll be discussing more on the Golf and Sports Club. Thank you.
One. So the Anvaya Cove Golf and Sports Club is an exclusive membership club featuring an 18-hole, all-weather, sustainable golf course, a world-class golf club, and an extensive sports complex, all delivered in the Ayala Land Premier tradition of excellence. Next slide, please. So at the Anvaya Cove Golf and Sports Club, sports, recreations, and family bonding intertwine in a lush seaside setting. The club consists of extensive sports facilities, a pool complex, and elegant yet relaxed dining, lounging, and social spaces. Next, please. So, before that, sorry. So, the golf course aims to be as environmentally sustainable as possible by minimizing earth movements, saving mature trees, landscaping with endemic flora, and designing the fairways and tees so that the course feels as if it has always been there. The 82-hectare, 18-hole, all-weather, 7,200-yard, par 72 championship golf course across the development promises to charm players of all levels. Next, please. So this is Mountain 9, holes 1 to 9. The front 9 course is situated at or near the peaks and ridges of the development, providing elevated views of the sea and the Zambales and Bataan mountain ranges. Next slide. Seaside 9, next slide. So this is Seaside 9. This is from holes 10 to 18. The layout and design of this course is reminiscent of popular seaside courses. It combines panoramic sea views amidst nature preserves, providing a unique golfing experience. Next slide, please. Next, please. Now we have the Golf Clubhouse, which is located at the northern portion of Anvaya Cove. Its Asian tropical architecture follows the same theme as the Beach and Nature Club, but it's distinct in its elevated location and panoramic views. The clubhouse veranda opens to dramatic views of holes 1, 9, 10, and 18 with the views of South China Sea towards the western horizon and the Bataan mountain range in the east. So the tee placement, the golf course is designed for various skill levels. Each hole will have 5 tee placement, which includes junior tees. This will allow all members of the family to learn and enjoy the sport. So junior tee for kids, red tee for the ladies, white for beginner or novice players, blue for experienced golfers, and gold for pro tee. Next, please. So this is a sports complex, which is conveniently located within the vicinity of the Beach and Nature Club. Complementing with existing facilities, it houses various sports and fitness venues, which provides, which overlook, and a cafe, and a center cafe that overlooks the lagoon and Ilingin Cove. The sports center shall also showcase an extensive active pool complex. Next, please. Next, please. So these are just some of the photos. Next. Function rooms. Next, please. More amenities. Next. La pool. And then now here we have the sports center. Again, I already mentioned about this. So next, please. Photos. Next. Aerial shot. Next, please. Next, please. Multiple And then here's some notable awards received by Anvaya Cove. The golf. It's what's called. Next, please. Next, please. Next, please. So this is just a summary. Next, please. So these are just some of the actual photos of the holes. Luke, can you please go through it briefly with the respective names? Next, please. So as of today, I think the membership already increased more than 1,500. So next, please. So we offer beach and nature or golf club shares, both with options depending on the number of assignees you would require. So here you can see Class B and Class C, which only means Class B one assignee, and then for C for two assignees. So next slide, please. And then these are the current prices, VAT exclusive. So for Class B, for beach and nature, it's 950,000. For Class C, it's 1.3 million. The monthly dues for beach and nature would be 3,600 per month, 500 of which is consumable. For our latest prices for golf and sports club shares, Class B, 1.9 million. Class D would be 2.4 million. The monthly dues would be 5,600. 500 is also consumable. So these are just the qualified nominees for your usage rights. Next, please. And then these are just some of the, as you can see, the numbers. We have residential lots, and then the houses that are currently built and the houses that are existing. Next, please. And then, so this is just the Seabreeze Veranda, which is currently sold out. So as you can see, there are 5 buildings with respective association dues per month. Also noted here is the Seascape Ridge, also sold out as of the moment. That's the townhouse style offerings that we had. And then for the neighborhoods, it's the annual dues would be around 80 pesos per square. Thank you. So let me turn you over to Lou for the upcoming lot offerings.
Thank you, Nikki. For our new neighborhood or new lot offerings coming this month, let me show you some photos or artist renderings of the said lot offering. Here you can see elevated and overlooking of the sea and nature, showcasing also floor-to-ceiling windows. So imagine yourself, your family, your friends here enjoying nature, peace, and serenity. So all our inventory launched prior are sold out. We will very soon be launching a limited number of rare lots with views of the fairway and the sea, as you've seen a while ago. And we will be sharing more details as soon as official information is cascaded, pending release of license to sell. But if you would like to know more, please reach out to your Greenbelt Group property specialist. So that concludes our presentation. For any questions or concerns, again, please feel free to reach out to your Greenbelt Group property specialist. Once again, thank you for joining our brief overview of Anvaya Cove and wishing everyone a happy and safe weekend ahead.